Hey guys, so right now I'm waiting for a setup that I'm going to be taking today on this FTMO one-step challenge. This is a challenge that I actually really like. There's something about it. It's really reminding me of futures, strangely, but let's dive into it real quick and then we're going to hop onto the chart. So it pretty much requires us to make 10%. It's a one-step challenge and a daily loss of 3% and a max loss of 10%. The conditions are actually very, very fair. Now, this challenge is pretty simple, right? 50% day rule. This just means that you can't make 50% of your profit in a day. So how would I go about this challenge to pass this as quick as possible? What I'm going to be doing personally is probably risk 1% or 1.25% per trade, so I can at least have 2 attempts in case I get stopped out once and then I go for another trade. Because you can't have more than 5% in a day, so in other words, on a 100k account, you can't make more than 5k a day, you can technically pass this account in 2 days. All you need to do is just make 5% and then another 5%. I would say with the rules on this, everything is pretty good. The only thing I would say might make this tricky is once you have passed, because there is a 50% day rule, meaning that a single day's profit cannot be the total of your whole account. So it's saying here your most profitable day, so your best day, that could be any day, must not account for more than 50% of your positive day's profit. So in other words, in simple terms, it's just forcing you to basically almost have 2 trading days before you can request a payout. So if you make 1k today, you have to make 1k tomorrow, so that you don't just have one big day or one profit day. You need to make the same thing twice. If you're somebody who goes for 1 to 5s, you go for 1 to 5 one day, your next trade also has to be a 1 to 5, if I'm correct. So overall, this is a very, very good challenge, and I'm going to be taking my first trade on this account today. Okay, so hold on now. I need to enter this trade. All right, cool. So we're currently in buys at the moment. I had to enter this real quick. So we tapped into that demand, and now price is flying. Hey, I almost missed that trade. We didn't fill the gap completely, but I'm going aggressive on this, right? Probably going to enter another position now. Seeing as we can break this high. Okay, enter the second position. Okay, profit is clean. So for this trade, basically, we have a demand set up as per usual, right? However, my initial stop loss was quite wide, just because I know that we had that consolidation, and I was going for a continuation setup for the first play because we broke those highs, and I have a feeling price is reversing. So for the second setup, we can see that we also have a demand zone. This is off the demand play. Right now, I'm just trying to go for about a 1 to 1, maybe slightly more. And then I'll just manage the risk as we go. I'm not sure where I'm going to close the first position yet, because I entered at 2 different points with 2 different stop loss sizes. But this trade overall is pretty good. You only have to make 10%. And what I recommend doing is probably just trying to do this aggressive, right? Buy an account that you can afford multiple of it. And you want to just try to pass as quick as possible. So that way you don't waste too much time. You want to get to that profit phase real quick. Sorry, my wife is just there looking at me for some reason. Anyway, all right, the profit is looking good right now, up 1.7, waiting for about 2k. Are you staring at me? All right, almost there. There we go. I think I'm going to close one of the positions. Okay, so trade is now risk-free entirely at this point. So yeah, so I don't mind what happens now. This trade is technically up 1% as well. However, like I said, I'm going with a bit more aggression on this, just because when I trade prop firms, it's slightly different from when I trade personal accounts. Overall, I'll be honest, the FTMO challenge is pretty good. Just keep in mind, everything is literally good besides the fact that you are almost required to make double to get a payout. That's just the only thing, so keep that in mind, but I will recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you guys to also check it out. FTMO did not influence this video in any way, shape, or form. This is me completely trying this out on my own terms. So if it wasn't good, I wouldn't recommend it. We almost got stopped out there at break even. We're pushing back up now. Hopefully we can hit TP. I'm going for roughly about 1.5 R-ish. 1.4. Come on now, we're close. Very close. Oof, that's not good. It's not looking good now. At least we made money though. At least we ate today. I'll be honest. At least we made profit. Yeah, we might end up hitting break even on this. If it does hit break even, then this will be it for today. Fair enough, break even. I do trade live these days. I'll leave a link in the description of the video as well. Overall, good trade.